Hey guys, Jeff here with the Common Sense Camper. I'm going to answer the $1 million question today. The question that every bushcrafting person or woodsman or camper has asked. Where can I get just a simple, inexpensive canvas pouch for my Laplander saw? I don't want to go out and spend $60 for a leather sheath. Now, if someone bought me one as a gift, I'd gladly accept it. However, I just had a hard time accepting that the only way I'm ever going to be able to sheath my Laplander is with a $60, $70 leather sheath. I've been fighting that for years. And every time I go into Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards or Harbor Freight, I'm constantly on the search for a sheath. In fact, the last couple months, I have kept my Laplander saw in my vehicle when I'm at work because I go into those stores a lot. And every time I take it in with me, hoping I'm going to find the sheath. I've never found one. Finally, I found one. I found it on Amazon. And so you're going to ask, well, where the heck did you get it? What is it? That's what it is. It's a Corona universal tool pouch. Now, this was designed to exacting specifications, of course. That's the way for American companies to feel good about having a product made in, yes, you guessed it, China. But you're not going to find something like this unless you go to leather or something that a guy made out of his basement. This works perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of the specifications and also measurements, because I'm sure I am not the only guy out there that's been on a constant search for a pouch, a simple pouch, inexpensive, that you could put on your bushcraft belt for the Laplander saw. It's canvas, it's machine single stitched, which I'm okay with because it's not like it's an open blade or a firearm or something that you're going to be worried about the seam splitting out on. So if you have a silky saw or a Corona saw or any of the other folding saws out there that are close in measurement to the Laplander, I'm hoping this might work for you as well. So I'm going to give you some measurements here. The first one is, and I apologize, I'm fighting a cold right now, and I'm trying to do this one-handed. So the actual opening for the saw is going to be just a little wider than about 2.5 inches wide. But keep in mind that this is pretty thick. So, and it's pliable. So if you had something that was wider, I bet it would fit in here nice and snug. Now the Laplander does the wide part, the one with the button that releases the blade. I've fed that into the bottom because it's a little better friction fit that way. The actual pouch part that the saw goes into is 7 inches, and the overall length of the pouch is 9.5 inches. Now, a couple of neat things about this pouch. First of all, it has you're wondering, what is that little leather thing? Well, it's a little sleeve, and it's open at the top. You could either put a small sharpening stone in there, or if for some reason your knife does not have a ferro rod attachment, and and some people just don't like the ferro rods on their knife sheaths, which I can understand, you could also put a 1/2 inch ferro rod in that pouch. So if you're wearing this as a belt kit, you still have your ferro rod readily available right on this sheath. The other thing that is really neat about this is I buy a lot of pouches and bags and things of that nature, and they all advertise that it will fit a 2-inch belt, and 99% of the time it will fit that 2-inch belt. However, try feeding that stupid thing through it. A lot of times it won't fit, and happily this does fit through that buckle. So I'm going to measure the buckle. This is a 2-inch UTG belt, and that buckle is 2¼ inches wide. All right, so if you have a 2-inch belt with a 2¼ inch buckle, it will fit through the sewn in loop on this sheath. Now, you're thinking, oh my gosh, mine's like 2 3/4 or 2 5/8. There is some hope for you yet, because this actually has 3 ways to attach it to this belt. The first one is a metal clip. Now, the retention on this is not great, so that's why I chose not to use that. However, that is attached to yet another canvas strap. So I'm going to measure that. If your buckle is 2 3/4 inch, you could probably get it through that canvas strap. I chose to go with the sewn-in belt loop just because I think that's more secure. And like I said, if you have a 2 1/4 inch buckle, it will fit right through that loop. It's a little tight, and you have to kind of put it in at an angle and feed it through, but it will work. All right, now you're probably all asking how much. I got this on Amazon. It was $16 and some odd cents, and I had Prime, so it was free shipping. I did find a website. I think you have to be a vendor or an actual retail store, but on their website they actually had these things. I think they were selling them by bulk, but these were like $8 a piece. So guys, if you've had that never-ending search for a pouch that doesn't have the stupid Velcro, flap over it, or you don't want to spend $60, $70 on a leather sheath, this is an excellent option. So this is Jeff with the Common Sense Camper, camping out.